Hi guys, welcome back to the Oasis Healing Temple. For today's reading, we are just going to be looking at what guidance your guides, your angels, any of your ancestors, any wisdom that they want to share with you today. So we're going to take some crystal guides. We're going to ask one of them to be your indicator for your reading for today. So we have number 1. Pile number 2, please. And pile number 2. And pile number 3. It's pretty. Alright, so these are your piles. So we have pile number 1. This is your card with the Unakite crystal heart. Pile number 2, this is your card with Lepidolite. It's a little gray here today, so I've had to turn on one of my lamps, so hopefully y'all can see everything. Pile number 3, this is your card, and Fuchsite is the mineral of this heart. Alright, if you need more time to meditate on which pile or piles is for you, go ahead and do so. For those of you who know which reading is meant for you, the timestamps are in the description box below, and I will see you all at your readings. Hi guys, if you chose the Unakite crystal with this card, this is your reading. So let's see first what we have. We have rose quartz, love, nurture, and romance. Calling in unconditional love, rose quartz invokes a gentle yet powerful feminine energy that nurtures and protects your heart. It can be used to attract new romance and to build closer bonds in your relationships. Rose quartz opens the heart chakra and heals heartache, grief, and unexpressed emotions. It asks that you show yourself compassion, forgiveness, and acceptance. Rose quartz also inspires beauty in all forms. Open your heart to the beauty within you. Beautiful. And Unakite is also a crystal of the heart chakra as well. I want to say it's the birthstone of Pisces, so definitely allowing your emotions to flow. Yeah, I'm going to keep this up here, especially when it's sitting to the green. So there's definitely matters of the heart for this reading. Let's see what else we have. Oh, we have Orthoceras fossil. Have you been feeling overwhelmed? Are you trying to sort through thoughts, feelings, details to make sense of everything? Are you able to absorb and digest all that is happening, both physically and emotionally? Take the time to make lists and journal to sort through things. Drink water to detoxify your physical body, and use meditation to clarify your mind. Let yourself open up to shine a light on your life and cultivate good relationships. Okay, so you're definitely being asked to slow down a little bit so that you can process and understand what your heart, what your feelings are trying to tell you here. And that might be, you're being asked to write some things down to get them out of your head. You might be having lots of conversations in your mind. Your heart might be trying to talk to your mind. And sometimes it's good to just write some of these things out so that they're not all sitting inside of the mind or sitting in your heart or holding on to these emotions. And when we can write them down, it's like you're physically removing them into the physical world, so they're not just sitting in the mental plane or in the emotional body. When you can write them down and journal them down, it's like you're being able to observe them from a higher perspective, because in our mind things can get a little bit convoluted especially if we have too many things going on between life, you know, going to work, if you have kids, you know, your job and everything, and then all of your emotions, things from the past that might be coming up and triggering you, you know, or fears of the future and such. So it's always good, a good tool to use to help you process them from a different perspective and getting them out on paper so that you can process them in a different way. And then it also helps you decide what is worth, what do I need to keep and hold on to, what do I need to work through, and what are some things that I need to forgive and let go. We have High Priestess here, intuition and knowingness. So definitely becoming the one who's mastering your own emotions, mastering your intuition and your guidance here. We have Father of Earth and generosity. Yeah, you're somebody who, you know, enjoys giving to others and helping others. And sometimes it can be a little overwhelming when you have a lot of people pulling at you or always needing something from you, you know, because you're somebody that's very dependable and people can always count on you. You're very grounded. You have a great perspective. And it can be a little bit overwhelming sometimes because you're always in need. You know, somebody's always needing you. And you have to be willing, though, to say no sometimes and to be able to know your limits and to be able to say, I've taken on a little too much, and be okay saying no, because you have to, it's self-care, you know, you have to love yourself and your energy matters. If you want to be able to help people, like, you can't do it from an empty cup. So you need to make sure you're taking that time out to reground, refocus, recenter yourself so that you make sure that you're rejuvenated before you can then go back out there and help other people on their journey. We have the Goddess Circle, Wheel of Change. Yeah, it's time to change the way that you do things, the way that you see things, or the way that you feel about some things. Maybe in the way that you perceive and receive love. That might be something that you're going through, where you're reprocessing the way that you love yourself. And the more that you can love yourself and pour into yourself, the more you attract people who want to treat you that exact same way. Because if you're just ignoring how you feel and you're not putting yourself up there as worthy, you know, you're not going to attract those people in your life. You're going to have people that are just takers, because you're not, you're almost like taking from yourself and not restoring what you've taken, you know. And so the more that you pour energy and love back into yourself and rest back into yourself, you'll find that balance where, okay, I have enough energy, or I have enough, you know, supplies and love and everything. I don't feel drained and empty. So my energy's high right now. I'm feeling called to do this. I'm listening to my heart space. I have the energy to nurture and pour into somebody to help them through something. But then at the same time, it's knowing your boundaries of when some people are just wanting to take and be a victim or sit in their energy of, you know, I don't really want to do anything, I just want to complain about it. So you got to know who is somebody you want to pour into and help, because you see that they're taking the appropriate actions and they're making efforts to moving and getting themselves out of certain patterns and mindsets. You know, you don't want to pour into people who just have holes in their buckets and you're just constantly trying to fill it up, you know. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. I'm gonna have to turn this. I have another phone in here that plays my music in the background, and nobody's ever called me on it before, so that is so weird. Alright, back to your reading. I apologize. We have structure. That's what needs to shift. Is the foundation that you've set for yourself of how you view love, how you view yourself. And cultivate. Learning to cultivate love for you. Yeah, and listening to your intuition, honoring your feelings and how you feel, honoring your energy levels. Yeah, lots of change in how you do things. And we got forward movement here. And we have intuition. Yeah, yeah, intuition twice. So you're starting to perceive things from a different point of view, or you're being asked to see things from a different point of view. Say yes to your open door. Ooh, that's good. Good things are coming in. So there's a lot of shifts and there's a lot of change. We have 222 and 2. So we have 2222. Look that number up. I know 22 definitely relates to Archangel Raphael, and he is one of the archangels who is a master healer. He teaches a lot about the healing arts, and definitely work with him because he can help heal your heart, help you work through any old emotions that you're trying to process and move through. Yeah, be generous with the way that you love and nurture yourself, and allow yourself to heal, to rest, to receive, to take some time out, to spend time just cultivating who you really are and the way that you want to be loved and how you want to be treated, and cultivate those beliefs, that mindset, those programs for yourself, because that's what you're doing. You are reteaching yourself and relearning what love really is, how love really feels, what it looks like, what it feels like, and not to tolerate anything that's less than your worth. And maybe write a list even, what do I appreciate in a healthy relationship? What do I value in a relationship? What do I value about myself? And where have I betrayed my own heart out of my love for someone else? And I ignored these red flags, because I thought they were going to change and they were going to move forward. And to a degree, I can understand giving people like chances to grow and to change. But when it becomes like a steady pattern and they're just saying words, but they're not making any actions to change, it's really time to go ahead and say, I can't be in a relationship that's not growing and it's not moving forward, because you want to have a relationship that fills your needs, that has equal respect, that has that same give and take, and that unconditional love that fulfills you, and making sure that really, truly, we're not supposed to seek those things outside of ourselves. We're supposed to pour into us and love ourselves. But we do enjoy, company along our journey. It's not to say that we're all meant to be alone, because I don't believe that. I think we're meant to be in tribes and herds, just like animals, certain animals anyway. And we do enjoy, togetherness. So, and when you find people that are your tribe and they vibrate the same, they make you feel good, they give you respect, they don't want anything from you, besides your love and your friendship and, talking, things like that, just sharing a life together. They're not trying to take anything from you or put you down in any kind of way. That's the type of love that we're looking for, right? Okay, so let me get you a few more cards to close your reading. Trying to decide if I want to use this stick or this stick. Let's go for this one. It's final messages for you. We have positive action. I focus on the beauty in me and I find silence. I live and honor the present by doing what I can do now. What I cannot change, I let go and entrust to God. How perfect is that for this reading? It's letting go of the things that we can't change and accepting that where we are today is an accumulation of everything that we've been through. If we hadn't gone through some of these challenges, we wouldn't be the person that we are today. And so forgive yourself for making any, foreseen mistakes, or any, perceived mistakes, not foreseen, because we have to go through certain things in order to understand ourselves and to understand what we do and don't want in our lives. And so if we don't know because we haven't been through this type of situation before, we have to walk that path and we have to go through that journey to understand it so that we have that experience on our belt. And so understand that you're just learning. We have freedom. I realize my wounds create doubt, resentment, and guilt, so I work to free myself of darkness. I cast off negative thoughts, find peace in my heart, and discover the being of light within me. Beautiful. You know, our egos always want to be in control. They don't want things to change. They want things to be the same, and somehow we're always to blame for everything. And when we start to tune into our heart and understand, you know, why things happen the way they happen from a different viewpoint, that's why I say writing it down will help you to see how your mind is processing the experience. And so you can have a deeper insight into your own feelings and thoughts and your emotions and everything, and it helps you to understand and to forgive and to get it out, to cry it out, to release it so that you can move forward. And we have being true. I am true to myself and others. I remove my mask and stop creating illusions. I have confidence in who I am. I reveal the good in me. I do not need to hide or prove anything. I replace shame with the power of love and truth. Beautiful. That's right. It's time to let anything go. Anything that, you know, wants to stop you from moving forward or feel like you need to place blame anywhere. Because if we're blaming, you know, we're trying to get out of taking any kind of responsibility for having gone through these circumstances and through these challenges, and it almost kind of takes away the lessons that you're learning. So you always want to understand that I made certain choices because I was trying to learn something from these choices, and what I have learned is ... You know, I have learned how to love myself better, how not to tolerate this type of relationships, or this is not the type of love that I'm worthy of, etc. We're always learning something. So you can always use that as another tool of what was I trying to learn through this experience, and did I learn this, or am I repeating this pattern? Am I constantly choosing the same thing over and over again? And that's how you know you're in a loop, and it's time for you to do some shadow work and understand why you are choosing this pattern. What are you trying to learn from it, so that you can, you know, elevate yourself, move off of that path and step onto a new path. We have one step at a time. I see the mountain ahead and dedicate myself to taking one small step at a time. I make progress by staying focused on the present moment, the current task. Today, thus I regain my ease of living. And that's it. You just take one step a day moving forward. You choose each day. I'm going to do this today. I'm going to write this down, you know, and you can do some positive affirmations, do something that makes you, to remind you of this new choice you're making, this new journey you're walking ahead, you know, creating small energy shifts like this. And the more you can do them daily, just one step at a time, eventually you'll just be like full steam ahead, walking on that path, and it just becomes your new stride. You know, you don't have to worry about, look too far ahead, seeing that mountain and it being so daunting in your head, like, oh my goodness, I'm never going to achieve that. Like, you will. You don't look too far ahead. You know, work with today. What can I do today? Even one small thing is still a step forward. And try not to constantly judge yourself. You know, have that compassion and love and understanding and nurturing yourself as you make these shifts, because it's not easy. Healing and change is not easy. It does take commitment. It does take dedication, you know, but it's something that's going to get you into this place where you're going to feel so much freedom, and you're going to feel like you get to be you. You get to be true to who you are, honoring your feelings, honoring your divine self, you know, and listening to your heart and your inner knowing. your intuition and validating those feelings and telling you that it's like, that is your true self. You know, how you feel, that is, it's real. And not to ignore them and deny them, and to understand them, but also to teach your mind what it means when you feel this way. You know, this is triggering me, and why does this trigger me? Because X, Y, and Z happened when I was younger, or X, Y, and Z happened when I was in this relationship. And so this experience that I'm experiencing right now is a reminder of something that I haven't healed or worked through. And I need to understand what I was trying to learn in this experience so that I can heal and move forward and come into a space where I know who I am, and I am free from those thoughts of the past. I'm free from those choices. I am free from that constant, monkey mind that always wants to blame and criticize me, and it's getting in there and doing that work and getting to know yourself and trusting yourself. Okay, pile number 1, this was your reading. Take what resonates for you. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I'd love to have you back for future readings. Please like and comment below if this reading resonates with you. I'd love to hear from you guys if you feel called to do so. So, y'all have a great day. Take care. Hi, pile number 2. If you chose the Lepidolite heart with this crystal card, this is your reading. So we have blue lace agate. Peace, gentle, new beginnings. Blue lace agate is your supportive nudge in the right direction, whispering words of encouragement when you experience self-doubt. It opens your throat chakra and helps ease any blockages in your self-expression. Being seen and heard is a priority. Your feelings are valid and important too. Don't worry about what others will think. Release all fear of judgment and get ready to leave any thoughts of inadequacy behind. Blue lace agate encourages you to start anew because every day is a fresh beginning. How pretty. Okay, let's get in and see what other information is going to come through. This crystal doesn't want to sit straight. Oops, optical calcite. Do you feel loved? Are you a loving person? Are you peaceful? Nurture dreams of peace. It's time to allow the gentle, loving vibration of purity and peace to embrace you in your life. Let yourself feel supported and ignite the light of hope in your heart. Open up so the divine inspiration can enlighten you and bring clarity on all levels. So I definitely feel like there is a sense of peace that's about to wash over you. A very calming energy for you, pile number 2, where you are going to feel supported, you are going to feel loved, you are as a loving person. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of clarity is going to come in for you. You're going to have these new perspectives. Let's see what else. We have the shadow. Trials and tribulations. Altar of water, love overflowing. Oh. Okay, so there's definitely some healing that's come in, or is coming in for you. We have total disruption. Confrontation. That's right. You have been facing your fears. You've been facing your shadows. And there's a bunch of healing that's coming in for you. Ooh, yeah. You have been mastering your shadow and your ego and your emotions. You've been confronting how you feel. You've been confronting your fears. And there's this beautiful cleansing that's going to take place for you, where you are healing some karmic patterns that have been within your family lineage for many, many years. Yeah. Definitely healing of the shadows. Let me see. We have comfort. Oh, look at this blooming that's taking in. Yeah, you're in alignment with the divine. Look at this love that is pouring down over you. This cleansing, healing energy is coming in for you right now. I love that for you. Oh my goodness, look, we have abundance. It's going to be raining abundance. We have sweetness. Each evolutionary turn requires you to give up who you think you are. Ooh, and it's 11. There's a manifestation here. So definite spiritual shift coming in for you because you have done the shadow work. You have overcome a lot of, trials and obstacles and challenges, and you have faced your fears. You've confronted the shadows, and you have like broken out of the matrix, I want to say, where you have altered and cut those cords to any of those toxic karmic energies that have been very repetitive in your family lineage or in your life. You yourself, as you've incarnated many, many times, you have created a shift in your energy where you're now in alignment with this abundance and with the sweetness of life and with this peaceful energy that's going to start coming in for you. Yeah, you have, ascended up on the ladder of ascension. You've graduated, you've passed a certain level, and you're being asked to just be gentle with yourself as you go through this new beginning. There's this new path that's opening up for you. And right now you could just be in the cleansing period. So be open to receiving this cleansing, purifying energies that are coming in, and allow yourself to just be gentle. Take your time, be patient, allow this energy to unfold and open up for you, because on the path ahead, we have a lot of abundance and a lot of heart healing, a lot of heart expansion. We have a new path, a new phase of life that's opening up for you. That's a whole nother level of this abundance and good life, the good life. That sounds good, doesn't it? Yeah, and the way that you express yourself, you're going to be able to, just express your gratitude and the happiness that you feel, because you're going to feel so supported. You're going to feel loved. You're going to feel so grateful that you did this work. Get a little emotional for you, pile number 2, because it has been very, very hard and difficult, and you deserve this, and your guides want to just comfort you and let you know how grateful they are for you doing this work, and for that beautiful soul that you are, this peaceful person that you are. And you're going to be able to just see things from this whole new perspective. You're going to be able to see through the shadows, through other people's shadows, through their intentions. And you're going to have that compassion and empathy for them, but you're strong enough to be able to set those healthy boundaries, and just allow people to grow on their own path and to be in their own energies, because we all have our own path that we must walk. And you know this because you've had to walk this path yourself. And it's time for you to see yourself in a different light. And the way that you perceive yourself, the way that you perceive, your past and everything that you've gone through, you will get this whole new perspective and this beautiful insight that's going to come in. This clarity of vision. With this optical calcite here, I want to read the back because we have the dove, and the dove brings such a peaceful energy, and it really relates to this blue lace agate here that brings a lot of peace, gentle, and new beginnings for you. So we have, I am blessed with nurturing vibrations wherever I go. I am gentle with myself. I enjoy loving relationships. I allow love into my life. I receive prophetic visions that bring clarity and shine a light on my path. I love this. Yes, Yes, this peace, this nurturing, comforting energy that's coming in for you. And the way that you love yourself, and the way that you allow yourself to be loved and supported and taken care of. You know, and that energy just exudes off of you. Like, other people will feel that energy when they come in contact with you. Yeah, with this love overflowing. You're just overflowing with love, you know, and these colors, you have such a peaceful, loving energy about you, pile number 2. And you might be just you being in the presence of others who haven't done their shadow work, and might trigger you might trigger others unintentionally, you know, but that's you know, don't blame yourself or criticize yourself. You know, please stand in your truth of who you are. Your energy, your vibration just scares the shadows, you know. It scares them away, which is beautiful. It just awakens others. All right, I'm going to get some cards from Source for you. I feel like your reading is very direct here. So we have Serenity. Through love, release, and inner work, I know peace. I have a gentle view of life and welcome every step with confidence. I remain brave in the face of fear and have the wisdom to let the universe do its work. And that's exactly who you are. You have found that serenity, that peace, that faith, that balance, the courage, and the confidence to know that you can handle anything that comes your way, that you will confront any fears and shadows, and you will disrupt any of those negative energies that try to, you know, infiltrate this beautiful aura that you have, and that tries to knock you out of alignment with who you are. And you have no problems loving yourself and cleansing those energies and having compassion and understanding of where they originated from, and bringing them to the light so that there is nothing to fear. Ooh, we have acceptance. I accept every step that life presents me without resistance. I try to find out what the universe is trying to teach me so that I can grow. Thus, I advance in freedom on the path of life. That's beautiful. You are in that space of acceptance, of knowing that you're always going to be guided, you're always going to be protected, you're always being directed on where to go, and that you'll handle each situation, and everything that is presented to you is there to help teach you, to elevate you, so that you can evolve and grow and ascend. And we have goodness. I refine my character and overcome difficulties by remaining positive. I calm my heart and illuminate my intellect to transform shadow into light. I consciously manifest goodness in and around me. I improve my qualities for the benefit of all. Isn't that beautiful? Because that's exactly what you do, you know. Here's that confirmation. I transform shadow into light. You do. You bring the unconscious and you make it conscious. You take the shadow and you illuminate it with your beautiful bright light, with your peaceful, loving, tender energy. And you help guide it so that it's, you know, if you can see your shadow as a child that is afraid of the dark, you know, and you, the adult, you expose what's in the darkness, you know, you shine your light so that your child can see, you know, well, what's hiding in the dark, you know. And yes, they're uncomfortable feelings, but they're all messengers and they're guides, and they're here to teach us things. And if you can understand them, you know, and see them, you will allow them, you know, to be a part of you. And that's where I think people get in trouble, is when we start denying those feelings that are very valid. And we ignore them, we cut them off. And it stops us from being whole. Alright, we have trust. I trust life and my strengths. Each moment guides me to the light. Everything on my path is placed there for my growth. I love it. What a way to end your reading. That's right. Trust in the path. Trust that you're being guided. Trust in yourself. Pile number 2. You've got this. I just feel like you're a very evolved soul. Like you're an angel that's incarnated here on earth, and you're here to help bring that beautiful energy to others and to remind them of that purity of heart, of that peace that we can all attain here, you know, on the earth. All right, pile number 2, this was your reading. Please take what resonates for you. If you feel called to, I'd love to hear from you in the comment section. Please like and subscribe. I'd love to have you back for future readings. And y'all take care and have a blessed day. Welcome, pile number 3. If you chose the Fuchsite crystal with this crystal card, this is your reading. So let's see what messages want to come through. Let's read the crystal card. We have Rhodochrosite, relationships, healing, and karmic lessons. I feel there's a common link between 1 and 3. There was a little bit of connection to pile number 2, so if you're coming over from any of these piles, or if you were drawn to either of those other piles, then this is just more confirmation for you. We have compassion runs through the veins of Rhodochrosite, reminding you of your worth and capacity for self-love. A healer of relationships, Rhodochrosite opens the heart for healthy communication and breakthroughs. It can attract soulmates into your life, building connections that often feel karmic or fated. Every lesson is for your highest good, and with that perspective, know that whatever is happening for you and not to you. Rhodochrosite encourages you to express your feelings and reinforce that it is safe to share who you truly are. Okay, let's get some more cards just to confirm. We have Honey Calcite. Are you ready to be all that you can be? Do you recognize and embrace the sweetness of life? Do you work well with others for the good of all concerned? It's time to get organized and be productive. Now is a fertile time for you to manifest and create. Be open to working with others to accomplish what needs to be done in the community. Okay, let's get some more information for you. We have the Judge, Poetic Justice. I feel like pile number 3, you might have a hard time being receptive and opening up to receive love. Maybe you were hurt in the past, maybe you in past relationships, and you ended up having to block off a little bit of your heart space from your wounds, and you may have had to just kind of take some time out and recover and just heal yourself a little bit. And your guides are asking you to open yourself back up to heal those wounds so that you can be open to receiving, like balance being restored. So everything that is meant to come into your life, if you have a blocked heart chakra, you aren't open and receptive to new blessings, to new love, to new beginnings, to any of the blessings that are trying to come into your life. You've actually put a block and a hold on everything that's trying to come into you. So with these cards here, you're being asked to, reprocess and understand what it is that's maybe blocking your heart and not allowing you to heal or express your feelings. Let's see what else we have. We have the Star, Spiritual Rebirth. Ooh, I love that. So we have an 11 and we have an 8 here. So there's definite balance that needs to be restored here. Balance in the heart chakra so that we're giving and receiving in balance. Okay, let's see what else we have. We have communication in the 3rd house. We have journey. We have relationship. Okay, so I feel like this is, you know, pile number 1 and pile number 3 have a very close connection here, so you might need to listen to pile number 1. But there's a rebalancing that needs to take place in your heart chakra. Our heart is located in the center of all of our chakras. And if you're not familiar with the chakras, we have 7, and the heart sits in the center, and the upper 3 connect us to the spiritual world, and the lower 3 connect us to the physical world. And it also connects the masculine and the feminine energies, and it actually forms the cross. So we have the line that runs up and down the body, and then we have our hands. In each of our hands, this is what we create in the world and what we give, and it's the blessings that we bestow upon others. It's how we create what we create, the energy to push and do, and it's very masculine. And the left side, this is our feminine energy, and this is our receiving, our nurturing, our healing, our resting. This is us receiving love. It's giving love and then receiving love. So what are we receiving back from the world for everything that we're creating and doing? And if we don't tap into the feminine energies, which our world is very masculine dominated, of just giving and doing and providing and creating, and it has pretty much snuffed out a lot of the feminine qualities, and we're not really taught a lot about the feminine nature of receiving and healing and rejuvenating and resting, without having that ego mindset of, oh well, you're lazy, oh well, you're gonna lose momentum, or this fear coming in that prevents us from tapping into our feminine energy, because it's viewed as being weak or less than in some way, but it is equal to the masculine energy. And you're being asked to restore that balance within, so that you can be open to receiving all the love that's meant for you, all the blessings that are meant for you, all the connections that are trying to pour into your life. And it's allowing yourself to feel the way that you feel, and to receive, those. I know it's hard when you've been heartbroken to allow yourself to feel again, because you're afraid of, your heart breaking again. And we have to understand, like, why was I in this relationship? What was this relationship teaching me, and what did I learn from this? What did I, because we set ourselves up to have certain experiences, have all of our experiences actually. We signed contracts with every individual in our life to meet them at a specific time in our lives to teach us lessons, and they teach us about ourselves, they teach us about love, they teach us about relationships. And when we experience things that are very hard and challenging and difficult, it can make us want to retreat. But if we stay in that space of, retreat too long, we end up closing ourselves off from the abundance that's meant to be ours, the blessings and the love and all the peace, all the joy, the freedom, everything, all of our good dharma, our good karma. Everything can't get to us because we've blocked off the energies from reaching us. And so your guides are asking you to allow yourself to heal and to feel and to be in that receptive energy of allowing yourself to nurture, to love yourself again, and to understand and express the way that you feel, and to share your truth, and to honor your truth, and to respect your truth, and to be in right relationship with yourself first before moving into a relationship with anybody else, and understanding how you want to be loved and the way you need to be loved, and how not to ignore red flags, or listen to people's words before observing their actions, and making sure that they're in alignment with what they say and what they do matches, and it's understanding why we choose certain people, and why we, certain lessons we need to learn and grow through. And it's not easy. I'm not saying this is easy, but it is definitely a journey that you need to go on. And we have rejection, so there may have been you know, this feeling of not being good enough in the relationship, and or feeling like you're not good enough, and that ends up blocking you off too from feeling worthy of receiving, you know, energies, receiving love, receiving blessings, receiving abundance, all those good energies that we want. Because we pour that out there, and we're taught to, you know, give in order to receive, but we're not taught how to receive. And receiving is coming from a place of allowing and understanding and healing and nurturing ourselves. And it's in that patience, sitting back and waiting and having faith that everything is that is meant to be for you and in your life will come in for you. It will all be set up on the path, and that everything is working out for your highest good. And it's having that trust in yourself, trusting that you're going to make the right choice, and that you have the right mind, that you have healed, that you have moved through, you know, whatever you need to understand, what you need to process, what you need to heal through. What perspectives do you need to shift? Are you judging yourself? Are you too harsh on yourself? Why did you choose this individual? You know, did you truly love them and see the good in them? Because that's usually what happens, is we can see their potential. We see their divinity in there of who they could be, but they're not acting from that space. And we know that, let's say they've been hurt and injured, and they've gone through some traumatic situations, and we're giving them that compassion and empathy and that grace to, you know, be wounded. But are they healing through their wounds, or are they using their wounds as excuses to treat people poorly, to treat you poorly, you know, and not to shame yourself because you have such a grand love that you can overlook people's, you know, toxicity. You just can love that deeply. But you need to love yourself more, and it's time for you to pour into yourself to restore that balance, so that you fill your cup back up, so that you can then be giving from a more balanced place. You're not giving from a place of emptiness. You're giving from a place that is overflowing with love, with energy, with compassion, because you have that for yourself. And the more you pour into yourself, then it doesn't feel like such a burden to bless and give others and love others. You know, you don't feel so much resentment, because your cup is overflowing, and it's full because you poured into yourself. And that's what your guides are telling you to do, for you to, you know, pour into yourself and to love you, so that you can manifest and create what it is that you want to bring forward in life. This vision that you have, this dream that you have, maybe this dream relationship. Yeah, we have trust. Trust yourself. Trust the way that you feel. Don't ignore those feelings. Don't ignore your intuition. Trust your heart. Allow your work to become your art. This is something that you're meant to share with others. You're meant to be a guide to teach others how to do and overcome this situation, this challenge that you've been through, to help teach others to find their balance. Yeah. I want to get some more cards though, just to finish your reading out, but you're definitely being asked to work on your heart chakra and understand, you know, yourself and your relationship with yourself, so that you can better understand your relationship with others, and why these are the people who are in your life, and you know, why maybe they were there and what they were teaching you. And they were teaching you a lot about you, and a lot of the ways where you need to love yourself better. Okay, we have return to heart. I breathe light and stick to the essential for my soul, the present moment. I calm my thoughts, I focus on my heart, and I find space to be where my light and greatness are. I find peace and inner silence. Yes. Come back to center. See this cross that I was telling you about? This is our alignment here with the spiritual and the physical, and coming into balance into our heart space. So the masculine and the feminine energies, where we give and we receive in balance. We're not over giving and constantly giving excuses and giving, grace to others and having none for ourselves, and not receiving as much as we give, and restoring that balance. More information for pile number 3, please. Yeah, anytime you feel like your mind trying to criticize you, or you hear that toxic voice in your mind trying to make you feel bad, come back into your heart space and send love to you and everything that you've been through, and having that compassion for yourself. Just like you're able to have that compassion for that person, have that compassion for yourself. We have faith. I am confident I will achieve my goals. I live in the present and have faith in the future. I firmly believe in my value within the universe. And that's the other thing too. You have to see yourself as valuable and just as much of a blessing to for somebody else to have in their life, because you have such a big heart. Pile number 3. And your guides want you to have faith in the future. The sun is going to shine on you. You're going to receive this beautiful dream that you have for yourself of having that healthy relationship. But you first got to have that healthy relationship with yourself by restoring this balance within your heart. Okay, just a little moment. Okay, we have the calm. I breathe, live, and grow that light within me. I do one thing at a time and focus on the present moment. I cast off my doubts, all fear dissipates, and I find peace in my being. That's what I'm saying. Come back into your heart space anytime you start to feel any anxiety or any fears coming up. Come back into your heart and just pour love and trust and that faith into your heart, and that compassion and that comfort. Learn to comfort yourself and see yourself as worthy. Shine your light onto you and into your heart. One final message. Yeah. Heal from these karmic relationships. They can be so hard and so difficult. I know. Because we love so unconditionally and we're so willing to forgive them. And some people just take advantage of that. And you're worthy of so much more, and you have to see your light. We have divine light. I am an expression of love, and I shine like the sun. My inner light is my strength and my treasure. My intuition guides me to discover the wonder and goodness of who I am. Oh, I love that for you, pile number 3. Such confirmation. You are an expression of the divine, and we want to love as if we are source, because we are, And so we want to give our love. We want to shine, that beauty, that unconditional love onto others. And we want to give compassion and show compassion. But here in the 3D, everyone's not functioning as their divine self. A lot of people are functioning from their pain and their suffering. They're still in the shadow. They're still in the dark. They're still in their suffering. And they're not coming from their heart space where you reside. And your heart has been broken so much that you have forgotten how to receive this love and pour into yourself. You've gotten so far away from who you really are, and ignoring your own truth, and ignoring the way that you feel, and the way that your heart has been broken by how you've been treated and how you've been ignored and felt rejected, that your love wasn't good enough. And that's not the case. That's not the truth. It is that they have their own things that they need to work through, and they weren't ready to receive your type of love yet. They were, almost like not good enough for you, and you have to see that that you are worthy, because your love is that big. You can see through them, see through all of their actions, their mistakes, their negative energies, their toxic energies. You can love them through that. And now it's time for you to love yourself through everything that you've been through, and to heal your heart, to restore your heart, restore that balance, so that you can pour into yourself, and then you will start opening up these channels of receiving people who want to pour in that same love that you're pouring into yourself. They'll see you seeing yourself as worthy, and then they will see you as somebody who's worthy and want to be around you, because whoa, look at that person take care of themselves and loving themselves. Like, I want to be around that energy. They inspire me. They radiate love. They radiate beauty. They radiate light. And it's just so attractive, because there's somebody who stands in their light. They stand in their truth. They don't come off of their throne for anything that's of lesser value. You know, if I'm going to pour my love and my heart and soul into you, I want that exact same back. I don't want somebody coming at me with 50%. I want you coming at 100%, just like I'm giving 100%. And know that that is your worth and your value, pile number 3. I hope this reading resonates with you. I hope it helps you on your journey. I'm sending all my love and light to you guys. Please comment below if this reading does resonate for you. It's okay. You don't have to, just if you feel called to. Please like and subscribe. I'd love to have you back for future readings. And y'all take care and have a blessed day.